how to get your first or next paying client. And so I wanted to go over some of the things that really, really, really affect your ability to get clients. So I look at this as a three-tiered approach. The first one, once you have it, you're good and you should be okay for a little while. And then the second two are a repetitive process. So let me start with the first one. Hi, as you're logging on, just go ahead and type your name in the chat bar. So the first step is to truly understand your ideal client and what they want. So without this piece, people struggle a lot. And I've seen it over and over again. This is one of my things that I'm really, really passionate about. Hey, Tracy. And so understanding your ideal client is the very first thing, because I see this happening over and over again with either my private clients or people that are in my group coaching program right now. And it's that they've gone through this ideal client avatar exercise, and they create this fake ideal client, and then they're still really struggling with getting clients. And I think that the reason is several different things. Usually what it happens is that we're just going through it in our mind, and it's really, really hard to get enough information about how what they actually want or how they talk about things. And so going out and doing, some market research around that would definitely help in that department. But it's not just that. These are real people. Okay, so we have to think of them as real people and think about them as complex human beings that have many needs and many wants and a lot more things going on to their life than this problem that you're just trying to solve. So that's the first step, is understanding your ideal client and everything about them and what they want and how you can kind of insert your, business and what you do to help people to actually help them. So that's the first piece. Then the second piece is to, let me see, I had some notes here. Oh, right, to create really good content. Hi, Peggy. So the second piece is to create good content and do it consistently. This is something that really, really will help your ability to get clients, because it's a really easy way to stay visible. And so creating good content, I've done content challenges in the past where we walk through creating content. And again, this content isn't just random content, but it's content that speaks to your ideal client and can help them towards a buying decision. I'm not saying that you're going to say like, hey, buy this now, right now, do it. Not anything spammy or anything like that. It's more just about showing up and being there for them. Hi, Novia. And being helpful and being there for these people and being a resource, right? And creating good content is also good because it positions you as an expert. Like today I did a Blab interview with Elizabeth all about creating content, because I'm really, really passionate about this. And hello? Oh, okay. Oh, good. I just got kicked off there for a second. So when I was interviewed on a Blab, then that allowed me to also show up as the expert, right? So these kind of like collaborations can really help with things and really help you to double up your exposure, because you're also leveraging their audience and not just your own. So that's the second piece. I do like to think of the 80-20 rule too, as far as content, and it's 80% is helpful, valuable information, and then 20% is like promotion. And you can post other people's stuff, but I prefer to have my clients post their own original content and again position themselves as the expert. And then the third piece is super, super critical. This is making real connections with real people. So you guys know I'm a nurse, and I started an online business about a year and a half ago now. And my business has absolutely blown up. And I feel that this is the piece that has made all of the difference. And that is because I focus on making connections with real people. I'm not all about just spamming or marketing, just like crazy. Like, I just show up and be as helpful as possible. Like, people will say, don't coach on a discovery call, don't do this, don't do that. And for me, it's all about being as helpful as possible. And that has like rewarded me so much in my business. And so I really, really encourage you to think of how you can be more helpful in every way that's going to help you. And then making real connections with real people includes, oh, my daughter's moaning. She has something to say about this. So making real connections with real people is also collaborations, right? And also includes all of this other work that you're doing with your peers, but also includes, talking with your potential clients as if they're real people. Just say hi. You don't have to, again, like, spam people with like, hey, this is my latest thing I'm doing. Unless, if you're doing a launch and you want to talk to them about it, sure, but start with a regular conversation like, hi, how are you? So those are my tips. What are you guys thinking? Hi, Miranda. I'd love to hear your questions. Like, what are you struggling with when it comes to getting clients? Like, what more do you want to see? Do you have any questions specifically that I can answer? I'm just going to give it a minute because it sometimes can be kind of slow. Okay, I don't see anybody saying anything, so I guess, oh, hi, Miranda. So let me just recap here for a minute because I did kind of go over those kind of quickly. So I was talking about getting clients as a 3-tiered approach. It's the first piece is understanding your ideal client. Once you have this, you're just going to rotate around the second and third one. And the second one is creating content and staying visible through your content. And then the third one is making real connections with real people. So, outreach either to your peers or to your colleagues, or just generally being approachable, making real connections and being helpful. So that's kind of my approach to getting clients, a very general overview and strategy of it. Of course, like, there's so many nitty gritty details that go along with it. And with my clients, like, I love to support them on a much deeper level. But, what are your questions? Like, do you have any questions on this? There's about 5 people on this call, on this live video. And if you don't have any questions, then I'll just hop off. Is there an example that you can provide for the first and second? So for the first one, understanding your ideal client is what I find, and I wrote a blog post on this, and that's, I can link it here. But what I find that most people do to understand their ideal client, what they usually say is like mostly demographic information. And what we want to do is just like get a little bit deeper into like the emotions of your ideal client and what they truly want. And then for the second one, it's creating content to remain visible. And so creating content is all about, positioning yourself as an expert and just showing up and helping people, kind of like how I'm helping you right now. But that kind of stuff is just being helpful and generally creating content that engages people. And I can link to the blog post in here. Any other questions? Hi, Lupe. My aunt is on here. Okay, so if nobody has any other questions, I'm going to log off. But it was awesome talking to you guys. I do have a webinar coming up on understanding your ideal client, so I'm going to go way deeper into that. In my webinar, it's a free webinar, and you can register by going to marianacruiz.com/ what is the slash? I think masterclass, because that's what I usually do it for my webinars. So in the class, I'm going to go into way more detail, and I'll link it in the show notes, in the comment section, as well as the blog post. And you can also register for the webinar through the blog post. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if you're not in our support group already, Join us at the Supermoms group. It's at bit.ly/supermomsgroup. Have an awesome day. Bye.